Right, it's number 4. Now, as you can see, this one, apart from the fact you can probably see my reflection moving in it, it's a bit of a nuisance, I will move out of the way. But as you can see, number 4 here is much darker in colour. If you want a flash term for it, it's melanocratic, meaning dark coloured. The opposite of melanocratic being leucocratic. This is a melanocratic rock, and it's contained a very large quantity of dark coloured minerals, none of which show a particularly well developed reflective cleavage surface, so they're not biotite, and it also has flecks of a lighter coloured, slightly milky material, which is almost undoubtedly plagioclase feldspar. Now, there's no obvious quartz in this, so if it's lacking in quartz, contains plagioclase and is dominated by ferromagnesium minerals, in other words iron and magnesium bearing minerals, which is what the dark coloured ones will be in this rock, then the most obvious name for it would be a gabbro. The grain size is marginally towards the medium grain, but it's still coarse enough to be called a gabbro. It's apheric, it doesn't contain any phenocrysts, there's no evidence of any olivine, and it has a fairly uniform grain size. Okay, and the feldspar is quite obviously this light coloured stuff in here, and I would imagine that the remainder of the dark coloured minerals will be pyroxene. Almost impossible to tell whether it's also a clinoproxene in hand specimen. So pyroxene will do, and if it's a coarse-grained igneous rock containing essential plagioclase and pyroxene, it is by definition a gabbro. Now, don't get fooled if you're mapping in northwest Scotland, particularly if you're somewhere like Ardnamurchan, because there will be lots of local rock names used. There are very specific names for olivine gabbros and olivine-free gabbros around Ardnamurchan. What you have to do when you're in the field is just use a sensible rock name to describe the rock you're looking at, and don't worry about what the 1-inch survey sheet says, because you'll find that they had the luxury of thin sections of their rocks once they'd actually made the map.